Has this ever happened to you? You had a regular day, you get home tired and you just want to relax and unwind. You go to Netflix, see the first thing on Netflix and decide to watch it. And after you're watching this thing, you're just like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck am I watching? And not in a good way. Not in a good way. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about Postcards. Postcards is a Nigerian Indian film and it follows the story of a Nigerian woman that travels to India for a treatment. This film stars Nigerian actors and Indian actors, and it was directed by an Indian director. And I know I said this film follows the story of a woman that goes for some treatment in India, but that's not just what the story centers around. It centers around some other characters. And at some point, I felt like this series does not know what it's about. It doesn't know what it's about because it felt to me like the series or the storytellers were telling a story, then they stumbled upon something and said, "Oh, okay, let's talk about this too." And they kept going and stumbled upon another thing and said, "Oh, let's talk about this too." And all that thing did not just make sense. It felt like they did not even understand the essence of their story. They did not understand what they were trying to tell us with the story and just told anything that they thought would make sense. And everything just felt convoluted. Maybe not convoluted. Everything just felt like they didn't know what they were doing and very, very underwhelming. There were so many things wrong with this story or with this series. One thing that hurts me the most in this film is the acting. The acting was just so lackluster. The actors in this film are high caliber actors, actors that have been tried and tested, actors like Shilashu Bowale, RMD, Toby Bakri, Rama Sadao, actors that we've seen so many times give fantastic performances in different kinds of stories, and we see them in this story and just felt like, what are these people doing? Like, this is not the person I know. This is not the RMG I know. This is not the Shilashu Bowale I know. Just give a performance that just felt flat and felt like maybe they just wanted to get the paycheck. That was how it felt to me. And there was no passion in it. And their performances just felt very, very flat. And I will not necessarily blame them because I've seen them in films before that they gave fantastic performances. So my blame here is going to the director of this film, the director and the storytellers and the script writers of this story. It felt like they didn't know what they want to do with the story. The script was just very, very bland. The characters did not have depth. They did not have any pepper. They did not have anything that made them interesting to watch. They did not have anything that made me care for them. And I'm just watching the characters going through some things, and I'm like, okay, yes, you're going through something. I don't care. That was honestly how I felt because they are not well written. The story was bland. The script writing was flat. It did not have substance. It did not have substance, and it just made the actors just act the way they could act. And I feel like the director would have directed the actors to act a kind of way. Because honestly, at some point, it felt like I was watching a very bad Z World series. I'm sure you know Z World, or you'd have heard about Z World before. If you don't know Z World that I know is a channel that shows Indian series and Indian movies. And it felt like I was watching a very, very bad Z World series. No offense to Indians and Z World. It's just that that's how this series came off as. Because the drama was not drama. There's sometimes that they're trying to be dramatic with their stories and emphasize that okay, something dramatic is happening or something poignant is happening. But it just fell flat. It didn't hit me as well as it should have. It's like the storytellers didn't know how to tell the story. They had an idea of what they wanted to execute, but they didn't know how to tell the story. And it just felt flat to me. The drama was very blunt, it was tasteless. It did not have the thing that would make me care for it. Like I said, I didn't care for the characters. And it was just something that just turned me off watching this film. And there was always some music playing in the background, like throughout the film. And I'm like, why are you constantly playing music throughout? Let the characters just talk. Let them just have dialogue. Don't play music because sometimes music just makes it feel, should I say, cheesy? Because the music does not have any meaning. Sometimes I was just like, just let the characters talk. You don't need to add music to it. Let them talk. It would have much impact. Like when you're watching something and there's no music, and what they're talking about is a very poignant subject matter, you will be hooked with it because nothing is drowning you out and you feel like you're in the moment, you're experiencing something that's happening in real life. And that would have made this series or this story even have something to it. But the fact that they were constantly playing them just made all those moments not feel as heavy as they should have and did not hit as hard as they should have. And this series was longer than necessary. It had 6 episodes, yes, and 30 minutes per episode, yes. But still, it felt like there's some scenes in it that went on for too long. There's some scenes that were in it that did not need to be in it. Like, if I was given a chance to cut some scenes out of this film, I'll cut it out and present it to you, and nothing will change from what I experienced. Because those scenes that were long, and those scenes that were in the series did not have any meaning for being there. I even thought, okay, maybe there'll be a payoff for why they are showing this, showing that, and I watched what was the end, and I didn't see any payoff. I even waited till after the credits, maybe the payoff will come then. But still, I didn't get any payoff. So it's like those scenes were just long, and those scenes were just unnecessary and made the series run longer than it should have. And the series was very predictable. It was very, very predictable. There are some things that happened, or a lot of things happened, that I was like, yes, okay, I knew this was going to happen. What else is new? So predictable. And I'm sure if you've watched it, you also agree with me that other elements, you would have seen some things coming from like a mile away. So like there was nothing to it. Okay, there was something that I can say, okay, still worked a little bit, and that was the way they explored someone going to a foreign country for the first time. And there's some elements to it that felt realistic. I felt like, yes, I have not traveled out of the country, but I know that if I travel out of the country, I'll act the way those people acted in those instances. So I like that element. It felt realistic. But as it went on, that element just disappeared, and it just felt like they just kind of forgot about it. And that was one part that I really liked, but it was not there anymore, and just went back to the rubbish that it had been. And I have to be honest, I smiled when some things were happening, when some things were happening. I smiled. Like I just caught myself smiling. I was like, why am I smiling? Then I realized that okay, something's happening that is not so bad. And it made me smile. And I think I smiled like 2 or 3 times while watching this. And I just had to say that. So it's not seem like this review is all bad, because I won't deny that some things entertained me while watching it. But for the majority part of this film, I was rolling my eyes. The acting, the direction, the constant music playing in the background, the fuck everything, the script, the writing, damn, the characters' depth, man, I feel like puking. I'm exaggerating, but honestly, this series was just whack, bland, tasteless. Man, yeah, that's what I have to say about it. I would never ever recommend this series to anyone. Have you seen Postcards? What do you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And if this is your first time on my channel, my G, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.